Arid deserts and steep, sheer cliffs do not seem like a suitable place to live at all. Yet even in these extremely harsh conditions, there is quite a diverse fauna, and among it stand out some of the most impressive representatives. These animals constantly balance on the edge of the abyss and engage in truly incredible battles. Despite the inaccessibility of the terrain, the local hoofed animals have plenty of enemies, and in order to survive, they have to master the most risky and desperate techniques. Hello friends, you are watching the Noctera channel, and the main heroes of today's episode are the amazing Nubian mountain goats. The Nubian mountain goat, also known as the ibex, is the smallest among its closest relatives. With a body length of about 120 centimeters, adult males weigh about 60 kilograms, while females are more than 2 times lighter. These animals inhabit remote mountainous regions of the Middle East and northeastern Africa. In such places, even an ordinary walk can end tragically, since one wrong step can lead to a fall from a height. Fortunately, besides their split hooves, goats also have special additional pads on their feet that provide excellent grip on the surface and work like brakes, which is especially important during fast descents on steep slopes. In addition, lightning-fast reactions help them instantly find reliable support in unexpected situations, and this often saves their lives. The extremely strong skull of the male is decorated with massive horns about 1 meter long. The horns of females are noticeably smaller and thinner. However, even such a weapon is very useful in these barren lands because local predators are just waiting for the right moment and are not afraid of difficult terrain. The Arabian wolf is one of the smallest subspecies among all gray wolves. The average weight of these animals barely exceeds 20 kilograms. Against the background of their modest size, their large ears stand out especially, helping to effectively dissipate heat in such a hot environment. Arabian wolves live and hunt in small groups, but even a lone predator can create real chaos within a herd. Being well-oriented in mountain trails, the predator blocks the usual path of the ibex, and the frightened animal instantly becomes separated from its relatives. Local wolves are true climbers that easily move along rocky slopes. However, they still outstupid the perfectly adapted hoofed animals in agility. Nevertheless, even losing the target does not stop the hunter. It climbs higher and begins to wait for potential prey. In a critical situation, the ibex shows great cunning and climbs even higher. The wolf has to look for another victim, but an adult male is far from the most convenient target, and his enormous horns force the predator to abandon the attack. Much more often, the wolf pays attention to young kids. However, they also cannot be called easy prey, because from birth, the babies constantly train in the art of climbing. Their short but very strong legs allow them to climb almost vertical walls, and instead of lunch, the predator receives only an avalanche of dangerously falling stones. But the predator does not give up and continues the pursuit. Without losing a single second, it climbs to the very top of the rock, trying to drive the whole herd into a trap. Despite their amazing agility, many kids still lack life experience, and in panic, they do not always correctly assess their abilities. When the endless chase moves onto an almost vertical surface, the probability of a fatal mistake increases many times. This time, the wolf's plan worked, and the mother can no longer help her baby. However, wolves are far from the only threat. In terms of habitat range and number of subspecies, the red fox is almost equal to the gray wolf, and the local environment has also become its home. Because of its small size, the predator does not hunt adult animals, but young kids look like a much more attractive target. The main problem remains the parents, who absolutely do not tolerate such attacks. Nevertheless, every day both adults and young animals are forced to descend into the valley because only there during the dry season can life-saving water be found. And during such transitions, it is very difficult to remain unnoticed. The fox acts much more stealthily, so it gets a chance to be alone with a kid. Without hesitation, the baby instantly starts running away, but in panic at dangerous heights, it is easier than ever to fall into a trap. Between the risk of becoming prey and the deadly dangerous descent, the kids choose the second without hesitation. Even far from their parents, the young demonstrate such amazing climbing skills that the fox can only dream of, so it does not waste energy continuing the chase. With the onset of darkness, predator activity increases noticeably, so for peaceful sleep, the animals climb to the highest and most inaccessible peaks, where it is impossible to reach without special, magical hooves. Nubian mountain goats have not only enemies, but also allies. At hot noon, when hooved animals rest in the shade, this long-tailed starling does not miss the opportunity to get food, skillfully extracting annoying parasites. The animals perfectly understand the benefits of this procedure and therefore do not interfere with the bird feeding peacefully. Like many of their relatives, for most of the year, males stay separate from females and the young, but in autumn they unite on the eve of the mating season. This important event marks the beginning of confrontations between the most horned members of the herd. At first, the clashes look more like a game. However, with each day, the collisions become more severe and finally move into the decisive phase, when the strongest males test each other's strength with running headbutts. Young individuals often watch the course of the duels, and not only to gain experience. When the fight drags on, a full-of-strength observer suddenly rushes into the battle and attacks the weaker participant. It is believed that in this way, he tries to improve his position in the social hierarchy and take a higher rank. In battle, not only huge horns help, but also additional body mass, thanks to which the attacker's strike becomes much more powerful and can knock the opponent off balance. Besides predators, factors such as competition with domestic livestock, uncontrolled hunting, and destruction of natural habitat have put the Nubian mountain goat population in an extremely vulnerable position. According to various estimates, the total number of wild individuals does not exceed 3,000, and the situation continues to worsen every year. If you enjoyed this episode, support it with a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and spend time with Noctera. See you soon.